I am so freaking tired right now.
Of us?
Like you and me?
No, like, now I'm wondering, are you sick of me?
Well, okay, hang on. The conversation keeps changing here. Are you asking if I'm sick of you or if I'm sick of you and me?
Well, now, like, I was going to ask completely different things, but now you've got my mind spinning.
Because I might not be sick of you, but I might be, like, really over our relationship.
Huh. Can you have, if someone's in a relationship and you're sick of them in the relationship, but not sick of them as a person, like...
you could be in a really toxic relationship
Sure.
where you're like, I am super sick of this person and I hate them,
so
but also I'm a little bit of a masochist and I kind of want to see where this goes, so I'm not done with the relationship.
Don't cut it off quite
No,
yet.
I'm tired because it is March. It is the promise of spring, dirty rat bastard groundhog.
Oh.
And sort of the tail end of winter, which means here in Canada, the sap is flowing.
Yes.
And the golden treasure within the trees needs to be boiled down.
Yes.
And so I've been like trudging through the snow. It's my first time ever doing it. And all I can tell you is that it's kind of like, and I don't have a lot of knowledge on this, so I'm about to make a metaphor that I don't know is actually accurate.
Then it should be good.
But it's kind of like making a meth lab in 4 feet of snow in the middle of the woods. Is kind of what I would imagine. Like, admittedly, I know very little about meth labs. But if I were to set out, if someone said, hey, make a meth lab,
this would be your start.
I think a lot of the steps would overlap. Like, I think I'd be doing a lot of the same things just intuitively.
You're hiding out in the woods. You're getting a collection system. You're exchanging goods for cash. Yeah, it checks out.
Yeah.
Could explode and kill everybody.
You pee wherever you want. Meth. Hello and welcome.
Welcome to the Movie Man Podcast. I am one of the co-hosts. My name is Peter. The other co-host, named Brady, who has a meth lab, is Brady.
Whoa.
I don't know. And our guest this week...
This is why I'm sick of our relationship. Because you do this all the time. I'll say a sentence, and you ignore the parts of the sentence that you want to hear so you can entirely change the meaning, and then you throw it back at me. Then we fight.
I love you too.
Go call your mother.
And our guest this week, who also doesn't have a meth lab, is Emily.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
That was a weird conversation.
It was weird.
But sure.
Weird for us all.
Okay.
This is, Superman 2.
2 man, 2 Superman. 2 super.
The theatrical cut.
Yes, which apparently is a thing.
It's worth noting that there is a 2006 Donner cut. Have either of you seen it yet?
No.
Okay.
And I also did not know that this was the thing until you told me.
So I watched it like 2 nights ago. Like immediately following, like we watched the theatrical cut, and then the next night I said to Brianne, I was like, hey, you want to watch a movie tonight? And because she didn't know the Donner cut was a thing either. And she's
what
like,
have you done?
She's like, sure, what do you want to watch? And I was like, bum, 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 bum. And she's like, oh, you want to watch the third one? And I was like,
guess again.
not quite. I want to watch Superman 2. And she's like, well, we've already watched Superman 2. And I was like, yeah, but there's a director's cut that she enjoyed it more than she thought she would.
Okay.
I don't want to give away, like, that's a discussion for the episode that we are going to record for the Donner cut. We're going to put it out on our Patreon. But
hold on, I'm gonna stop right there because I think we need to get into a bit of a better habit. I'm gonna watch the clock. I'm gonna spend 60 seconds or less.
Sure, let me just finish my sentence.
Sure.
But what I will tell you is it's and I mean I think I sent this in the group chat, but it's worth saying to the listener.
Yep.
75% a different film.
Interesting.
Like either the scenes are entirely different, right? Like a lot of the same plot points will happen, but it'll happen in entirely different ways, right? Like Lois will still figure out that he's Superman, but never jumps in the river, never does. Like, it's an entirely different thing. And then even some of the scenes that feel like, oh, okay, but this is the same scene, like this happened in the other one. You're like, oh, but this is an entirely different take. Because here he's got like bruises and cuts and he says this, and now he's having a conversation with this person. This person wasn't in. So it's like, it is a different film through and through. But go ahead, plug Patreon.
Yeah, I want to plug our Patreon. I think it's good to just give the extra attention to it because it's a different beast than it was 4, 6, 7 weeks ago.
Yeah, before we had meth labs. The things we can offer you now.
So what's coming up in the coming couple weeks is we will have a bonus episode covering this Donner cut. We'll have some bonus content also with Aaron Mader, where we just shoot and chat, and it'll be in audio video format for the select tiers that you're on.
I didn't know about this. Does Aaron know about this?
Well,
Aaron's
like
doing bonus content with us?
Yeah, like we'll do like the Donner cut for like 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
And then like
so you've decided that Aaron's the one recording the Donner cut.
I guess we'll have to rehash. There will be a Mater here, recording the Donner cut. Maybe that was that just you and I? For some reason, I thought that was the group chat. There'll be a Mater here. Just go with it.
Could have been just you and you.
You were involved.
Might have been.
You were involved at some point. But anyway, that's coming up. A Mater will join us. We will cover that on our Patreon.
Yeah.
We've got some new audio or some new text articles out. Carl recently kind of goes over his snack game for movies and what he's feeling for that. I've got some stuff coming in the pipeline. I've got my Toy Story article. I've got my prequel to Interstellar article. And then coming, depending on when this is released, I've got an article related to the Oscars and Dune 2.
Sweet.
So
I've also been dropping on Patreon a bunch of... so I studied... Are you okay there, sweetheart?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. I care about you. You good?
Yes.
No, I studied radio in college, and as a result of my time in radio, I have a smattering of different audio clips that are things that I've produced.
And you shared some with me. They're
audio
cool.
documentaries, or I just uploaded one not long ago. It's like a 45-second satirical comedy commercial for a product called the Cat Zapper.
Sounds handy.
And yeah, well, if you want the cat to stop crapping in your sandbox,
do I ever
get a Cat Zapper? But yeah, so I've been uploading those slowly but surely, kind of spacing them out. But there's a bunch there,
and there's some old cache of some photos, some studio tours.
There's studio
some fun,
tours.
Cool stuff on there.
At some point there will be video content going up that is like 15, 16, 17-year-old videos that like Carl and I shot. Right. Aaron was in some of them that are like haven't actually existed on YouTube for like 10 years because they were on a channel that I deleted, got rid of probably even longer ago. So yeah, lots of reasons to sign up for Patreon. The other thing that we're introducing to Patreon is, and it may or may not be live at the time of this being released. We've tasked Carl with it, so the way this will likely work is we will just talk about it for 3 months, and then I'll do it, and then we'll have it. But we're going to have a Patreon exclusive Movie Men podcast Discord channel.
Oh yeah,
so you can join basically Pete, Carl, and I have a group chat that's meant for business. And we spend 90% of our energy in that group chat sending reels and funny memes. Yeah. What we want to start doing is sending those reels and funny memes to a group chat that you're all a part of. And what that's going to look like is our Discord channel. It'll be a spot for you to just chat with us. It's basically a chat window where, we can respond to you. We can debate movies if you want to debate. We can do all sorts of fun things. And then the one last Patreon thing, this is a long-winded plug.
It's good.
Is there is a couple of... The way Patreon works, right, is depending on what tier you're signed up for, you have access to different things. And maybe you're like, hey, I don't really care about this stuff I don't care about this category of content. But then all of a sudden, one day something comes out and you're like, ooh, I really wish I had the video version of this bonus episode, because there's like a visual aid that comes along like with the video and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't want to commit to spending all this extra money per month.
Yeah.
Those videos will be purchasable as a one-time, right? So you don't have to upgrade to a higher tier, but you can spend $4 and get this hour-long video.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah.
And with that is our Patreon.
Wow.
No, I'm done. That's it, folks.
You need a new read.
Yes. Let's get into it.
Initial impressions. I'll go last.
Miss
Emily,
Mater.
you go first.
Initial impression.
Initial impression. So like a 30 to 60 second.
Did you like it? Did you hate it?
Show your hand.
Yeah.
And then we'll spend the rest of the episode unpacking the hand that you showed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that the card you want to play first with your hand? Interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
Continue.
Wow.
In some ways, I like it more than the first one.
Oh, wow.
In other ways, it makes no sense sometimes. So it definitely can be hard to follow, which is why I'm very interested in the Donner cut.
Right.
Because I didn't know that was a thing. There seem to be like glaring plot holes and
Just
wait,
feels like there's scenes missing.
how does this work? Yeah, like there's stuff missing, or there's just like, wait, how did we get here, and what's happening now, and why is that like that? So,
or you can never get your powers back, and then literally 2 minutes later, he has his powers back. Oh,
I know,
gosh.
it's like permanent, but not permanent.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, what does permanent mean on Krypton?
all that said, I still think it like holds up. Like I still think it's a good movie. There are parts of it that I think I really enjoy. So yeah, we'll get into it, I'm sure. But first impression is it's still a good movie. It's on par, or in some ways, like I said, better than the first. We get some nice plot or character development going on. So yeah.
Cool.
Listen, a superhero.
Pete, what do you think?
A superhero gives up his powers for love and
here comes
life.
the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man
It
reference.
is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man of the 1980s.
Classic.
I'm okay with saying that.
Which I think by like chronologically, Spider-Man is the Superman 2 of the 2000s.
Listen, semantics, but yes. Listen, I kind of with Emily, I enjoyed it. It's campy. I didn't enjoy it as much as number one. Definitely some things I want to dig into with you guys. Mm-hmm. But overall, like, it was adequate. And I think the two things I'll leave it off on is sex was implied. Which I was shocked.
Why?
Just because it's like, it accelerated. It went from like, oh, should I do this thing to get rid of my powers forever? And then like in a heartbeat, it like cuts scenes and they're like cuddling next to each other. And it's like, what?
But yeah, anyways, we'll talk
We'll
about
go
that.
there.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, we forgot to touch about this in number one, but apparently Metropolis is still as New York City as ever, with every landmark on Earth that's New York.
They didn't try to hide it.
Not at all.
Which, that's something I was actually thinking about watching this, where I was like, man, I meant to make a big deal out of that in the first review.
We will today.
We definitely have to.
Brady, what were your thoughts?
This film is the walking definition of a mixed bag. There are some things that are really, really great about it. Some things about it I like better than the first. I think namely the fact that we get to hit the ground running.
We do.
Right?
Yep.
But there is a lot of stuff. I wanted to expand on that, but I'm going to wait because this is my initial impression. There's just a lot of things, too, that I'm like a lot of the respect that I may have had for Lois Lane in the first one. Now I'm like, you irritating, manipulative, dumb sack of crap. Like,
whoa, man.
like,
Whoa.
I'm so sure that you're Superman that I'm going to jump into the Niagara River.
Yeah, like what the heck?
So this film doesn't do Margot Kidder or the character of Lois Lane any favors.
Sure.
I think it, at times, in order to try to create the damsel in distress trope, it just belittles and neuters an otherwise like a pretty historically powerful independent character. And so that I was just like, what? This doesn't feel like the Patty and Selma Aunt Lois Lane
Right.
from the first one, the Smoker's Cough Lois Lane. This feels almost like a different character. But yeah, so I guess that's my initial impression. It's good and it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's only one place to start with our discussions, and it's related to the cast.
Right.
And it's related.
We shouldn't start with the start of the film.
No.
Okay.
Well, in a way, it is.
Okay.
It's with Terrorist Number 3.
Does Terrorist Number 3 get a no?
Yeah.
It gets an opening sequence.
I'm not sure if
Title
it's
drop?
opening sequence, but it's
Okay.
an IMDb listed role.
Okay.
It's Richard Griffiths, the adoptive father of Harry Potter from the Harry Potter series.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
John
Terrorist Number 3.
John Ratzenberger is also in this film.
I read that, but where was he? Like, who was he?
He is one of the guys he's a guy that like comes back from break to sit down in the NASA control room, and he's like,
Yeah.
"What's going on with the radar?"
Like,
right? Like,
no one is the appropriate level of
he's
giving.
got 30 seconds on screen,
There's,
if that.
like, no one is at the give a shit level that they should be.
I really
for
am
any
just
of that
like, why
sequence.
aren't these murdered astronauts all over the news?
I felt
Yeah,
so,
nobody cares.
as a kid, I felt so
what?
bad for them. Like,
And like, why are we killing people for no reason whatsoever?
well, they're evil.
I guess we have to just prove that we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, I always felt bad for those astronauts.
like-
Not as bad as I felt for that detective in the first movie who gets offed into a train. That didn't sit well with me. As
yeah,
a
Yeah.
but Superman undid it.
Yeah.
Did
he
he?
just
Did
You know, in amongst
okay.
literally all of
Amongst
the
it.
ocean water flying and the atmosphere, the ozone layer unraveling, and you know all the other things that would happen if suddenly we started spinning the other direction.
That's not important.
Australia's going, what's wrong with the toilet, mate? But no. Opening sequence. We made a big deal about it in the first one,
Yeah.
where I said it was just 5.5 minutes of one Adobe After Effects plugin
Over
over and
And
over,
over
copy and paste,
and over.
dude.
Control C, baby.
This time it's interesting because we have two things. We still have the full 5.5 minute song. Like it still
Yeah.
plays the whole thing.
And they don't edit it down.
They
Not
don't edit
one
it down.
ounce.
We spend less time looking at names.
Yes.
And although it's not the same effect from the first one. It's a different effect,
Is
but it
it?
is the same goddamn effect over and over and over. But this time, at least, someone figured out, ooh, if I open up the options, I can choose which direction the name flies out. And we can add some variance in here.
I guess the summer that they did that, they must have had an intern compared to the 1970s.
Maybe there was an
version.
update to the software.
Yes.
They just added
Hank,
some features.
Hank.
Windows 98. No, I guess it wouldn't have been. But so we get that, and then we get a decision. I don't know
This
if this was
actually-
panic. I don't know if this is someone sitting in the editing room going,
Do they remember?
I bet no one's seen the first film.
Yeah, I'm like, do I need a full recap?
It's the
I mean,
full film.
I will say this movie walked so Sam Raimi's Spider-Mans could run. Because they masterpiece hey, let's show a flashback that's not a full 10 friggin' minutes.
It's
Like, this is the whole friggin' movie in 9 minutes. Like,
but
I didn't need
What
Yeah.
do you mean in 9 minutes? It's in like 2 minutes. But
it felt like, well, I guess I'm including the opening credits, like the real
right,
through.
so 5.5.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's just
Were we just not used to making sequels?
Well, but I think
long.
In
I think
this
it
time
probably
frame?
has something to do with the era where people don't have home video release.
Yeah.
Is easily accessible, if at all. Like in, I don't know, about 1980.
Yeah, but there's-
so like people are going to go to the theater not having recently rewatched it. Like for a lot of people, it's been 2 years.
Yeah, but at this point, there's like 6 James Bond films out, and none of the James Bond films have gone.
Yeah, but they're not. They don't build on each other.
The series so far.
Yeah,
But
They're-
we know
listen.
this. Like
last time on Superman.
like the James Bond movies.
Previously on-
Here's some women. He had sex with them.
Yeah,
That's all
it's
you
true.
need.
James Bond is
like what
just
do
so
you really need for
one-dimensional.
James
Okay.
James Bond?
So-
Speaking of, hold the phone.
The Godfather.
If we're
wasn't
on the
like-
James Bond camp here, I have not seen so many KFC references in a movie since Gold Friggin' Finger.
KFC paid for this movie,
Where
didn't
Felix Leiter was literally on a stakeout in James Bond, just dummying some KFC.
So much KFC.
This movie, like everyone walks out, they've got their KFC boxes. The clerk walks out with the KFC box. You forgot your
they?
chicken.
There's a KFC
Like, it
box
just-
on the dashboard
Yeah,
when
like,
Superman
just-
smashes into the windshield. Like,
Like,
it's like
Yeah.
okay,
yeah, like
somebody really loves KFC.
we get it. There's KFC. There's bigger things going on.
So what's bizarre to me about this opening credit sequence, though, and this recap, is not only the fact that,
Aren't-
like, why?
Why?
Why? For why? But 2, and this is something that we touched on in the last episode,
Right.
And then we acknowledged, but you know what? It was the 70s, and it seems weird now, but maybe it didn't seem weird back then. You're compositing together a recap. You have 2 minutes to show the entire film, and someone sitting in the editing booth goes, "Make sure we get the 10-year-old's penis in there." That's weird.
The thing is,
That's weird.
you make that point, and I completely agree. Like, it's the whole point. Like, by definition, the point of a summary is trim the fat,
The most important
trim
stuff.
the things you don't need.
Yeah.
Keep it bare bones.
Yeah.
And you felt like that was like so fundamentally key to the
You
first
can
film.
show them finding him.
Yes.
But it doesn't need to be his like standing like that's just like
100%.
that was weird.
That was a choice.
I turned and
That
I
was
looked
a
at
choice.
Brienne and I was like,
Huh?
really?
It's just
We're just doubling down, huh? We're just
yeah,
being
like
like,
it's the definition of like we made this decision once, we're gonna live with it again.
let's see you get this in a Batman movie, huh? Right? Like it was just bizarre. It was such a bizarre thing. But that's a small drop in the bucket of what was, 2.5 minutes.
It
of,
felt long.
Why am I watching all of this?
Yeah, like
again?
I've already seen the first film, thank you.
Yeah.
Did I put in the wrong VHS? Like
So weird.
yeah.
People must have been forgetful.
Yeah. And then wait. And then maybe
Aren't there some inconsistencies
there are some
in
inconsistencies.
the recap?
Oh?
But the recap is also accompanied by the entire General Zod trial scene again.
Yeah. So the trial scene, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I really should have made notes.
But there's some
because I claim there are inconsistencies.
there are.
and I
There
can't
are some
remember.
subtle yeah,
Or a
it's
different-
100% it is.
Because in this one, in the
Yeah.
first film,
Yeah.
Jor-El is there in person walking around talking to them.
Yes.
And he doesn't appear in the opening of this one.
Nope. Yeah, it was a little odd.
He does in the Donner cut, but
Okay.
Spoilers.
yeah, no. So it was, and it seemed. I mean, I guess it doesn't seem weird. What you have to keep in mind in this review is that this is, most of this film or half of this film or whatever, like a big chunk, a significant chunk of this film was shot by a different director. Was
Right.
shot by Richard Donner
Yeah. And
while they were shooting the first one.
yeah.
And so and then much like the Joss Whedon situation, you have a different director who comes in after Richard Donner is fired, not for, like spiking the water cooler or anything like that. He just simply went over budget and over time on the first film, which seems actually really reasonable to me when you are making a groundbreaking, never been done before kind of film.
Hey, it looks like he's flying. Wow.
What's up, James Cameron? Right? But so there's going to be some changes. Now, so I don't know if what we see in the trial scene here is them reshooting it with the second director. I don't know if it's a scene that... I don't know if it's a take that Richard Donner shot, decided not to use in the first one.
Right.
And then when this one was being cut together, Doofus director number 2 was like, hey, you see a little bit more up her nose in that shot, and the noses do it for me, right? Like I don't know what the backstory on the trial scene is, but yes, it is different, and I noticed that right away. I was like, it's just a bunch of floating heads.
Yeah,
like it's just a bunch of pay no attention to the man behind the curtains.
Yeah.
And then, like, why do we need the whole? Just as an aside, why do we need the whole council to be like guilty? Guilty when the guy in charge has already said guilty.
Well, is he in charge?
Is this a jury?
Yeah, I assumed it was like a council that like they needed unanimous.
They are all a council.
Because in the first one, it was like Durrell. I don't think that he was deciding. It was that like he was the final vote, and it had to be unanimous.
He was, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
Is that Zod looks at him and says, "Well, Jor-El, the vote." It needs to be unanimous in order to convict.
Yeah.
I guess the choice comes down to you.
Which is unfair, because they should just do firing squad, and like someone gets blanks, like make it a anonymous vote, so you don't know who pulled the trigger.
This is literally the way our criminal justice system works.
No.
It has to be unanimous.
Yeah. Like, sorry, it's a bad analogy, but like in a firing squad, it's there's some ambiguity there.
Oh, okay.
Make this voting process, like write it on a scrap of paper, put it in a baseball hat, and then read it out loud.
Whatever. I don't think anyone on that council is worried that Zod's not going to send him a Christmas card.
Well, no, because they're dead, but it bit Durrell in the ass when this guy came for blood and came and tried to kill his son.
I guess.
And let that be a lesson to you. For something.
So Lois Lane.
Yeah, I don't know if I picked up on where you guys were with this. So let's dig into this. Like you did not like her.
It's not that I didn't like her. It's specifically the river scene is ridiculous.
Okay.
It's a manufactured damsel in distress situation, which is so frustrating. Speaking as a woman, because you've created this delightful character who doesn't necessarily fit into that box, and then you try to shove her in the box.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't find her that delightful to begin with, so I don't think it was like a big falling off for me.
Well, but I say delightful because I like how she pushes the norms of female characters in movies.
Okay.
Yes.
True.
She's
not
portrayed
the
as
damsel
a
in
real
distress.
human in the first film.
She has an actual personality.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the women in films of this time
That's fair.
are very one-dimensional.
Gee
They are
Willikers,
there
Superman.
to drive the plot.
Yeah.
They are there
To look pretty.
serve the
fair.
plot, the other characters. They don't.
Yeah.
And I guess she probably falls within
Anyways.
some of those tropes where like some of her dialogue is related to wooing after Superman. But you're right. So what you're saying, if I'm hearing, is like compared to other female characters of that time, it was a pretty barren landscape.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what you're saying.
And and she had a big important she has a big important task in this film.
In number two.
In number 2, which is to make the connection and discover that Clark Kent and Superman are the same person. And the way it is done in this version of the film is janky as shit. Because it's just. Wait a minute.
We have so many obvious. I mean,
Clark's leaves.
Yeah, Clark.
And then Superman.
What a maroon. Like,
you say all of that,
Right.
and I'm like, it's not that hard to figure out.
No.
So there's definitely this like frustrating element of like anybody could have figured this out.
Yeah.
So it's frustrating
It's-
that it takes her even this long.
Absolutely.
But so we do this whole
song and dance.
like let's go to the Niagara Falls scene, right? We've
Canadian content alert, baby.
Yep.
They're
We've
not on
got
the USA
Niagara
side.
Falls.
The good side of the
Hell
falls.
some
yeah.
idiot kid falls off the
Every
the
time I'm
railing, which happens more than you think. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And Clark disappears, and Superman appears, and
Yeah.
it happens like if he hadn't happened to be there, that kid would have totally died.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then Lois.
Also, are we going
Lois
to comment?
Puts it together, right?
Are we going
Lois-
to comment how that kid fell? Then 35 minutes later, Superman came
Yeah, it
and
really
picked him up.
took too long.
He was like, "How long? Did this kid have a parachute?"
And good thing everybody that was working at the hot dog stand and everyone who was standing around the hot dog stand left so that Superman could turn back into Clark and walk
Actually,
around the
with
corner.
the issue with the amount of time it takes a kid to fall, with the temperature differential between, and then there's a negative air pressure that is I don't know. It's
Okay, I was in the middle of a
It's
thought.
garbage.
I just want to say with this kid, I have cliff edge phenomena as bad as it gets. But definitely when my kids were like at this spot where this kid falls off in the movie, I was tripping balls.
Yeah,
I was
it's-
like, get away from the edge. Clark
Anyways.
Kent isn't here to save you.
Clark disappears, Superman appears, saves the kid, then Clark reappears. And Lois puts it together
Yeah,
because it makes sense.
yeah.
And then something convinces her, right, he doesn't. What is it that makes her go, "Oh, you must not be Superman"? Then he doesn't save her in the river.
He doesn't
right?
jump in.
Doesn't
She
jump
goes.
in,
She
yeah.
goes to.
So she throws out
Devil's
all of
Whirl or Rapids or whatever it's
yeah.
called.
She just jumps in, and he acts like a normal human and pretends that he can't do anything about it, and he
Yeah.
just rescues her as Clark or whatever. And so she then throws out all of the very clear evidence that she previously had that pointed to, like, why would there be no motivation for him to still try and hide his identity?
just breaks
right?
her whole case.
She's just so sure that he's not.
I mean, I think because her note, because although Superman, I do kind of get behind the fact. I think the fact that she jumps in the river is ridiculous, and she
Is she angry at him for lying
as,
to her?
as much
What is
as
it?
any human ever does. Lois Lane deserved to drown in the Niagara River in that scene.
I don't know if I go that far.
If you jump into vicious rapids in order to prove a point, that is natural selection if natural selection exists.
I haven't seen that kind of act
So-
to get male attention since the Twilight series when Bella jumped in the pool just to get just to get back on board.
Right?
Like that was that level of what the
I'm
hell.
sorry. She did what?
When Bella jumps off the cliff just to
Oh.
get not Jacob, just to get Edward to give 1 ounce of care for her.
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
That's not why. Anyways, we're not talking
What do you mean
about
that's not
Twilight.
why?
It's
That's-
whatever. I was gonna say maybe it was a test.
Who was testing who?
Lois was testing Clark. I want to say Clark over Superman. She wanted to know if he would be honest with her.
So you think that she
Maybe.
at that point
I'm just
she's
throwing out a possibility.
1,000% sure. Like she's not even.
I
it's
think
not
she's that sure.
It's not a question in her head.
Yeah.
It's.
It's not about
I know he won't
wanna
let me
test this.
die.
Yeah. I think it's like he is, and I want to know if he's going to tell me the truth.
And then, I'm just trying to follow on. When she comes back out of the water where he doesn't do anything, she's still sure? Or we're...
No. See, that's the part that didn't make sense to me
and this is
because she suddenly is like,
Yes.
I guess I was wrong. You know,
which
what?
you could go, oh, she's just like you at first as you were saying that I'm like, ooh, okay, yeah. And then
Right?
her, oh, I guess I was wrong is her
sadly
kind of like-
accepting
kind-
that he's not.
No,
he
kind of
doesn't
like-
trust her.
kind of like guilting him a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
like, but it all gets undone by which we should get to this part now. The fact that, okay, and
Yeah.
Brienne was the one that pointed this out, and
Lay it on me.
she didn't bring it to my attention, but she put it in words really well. So
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of use her take on this. Clark Kent
Yeah.
is clumsy
Yes.
because Superman chooses to act clumsy.
Sure.
As it's a part of his facade, and only does it. You know, Clark Kent will never actually be clumsy in a way that is going to cause him to get hit by a car
Right.
or
I
cause
see
him
where you're going
to,
with this.
accidentally burn his hand because it's all an act. Superman is not clumsy.
Well, you're
He
right.
did
But
it
then
on
why does he
purpose.
squish his finger in the orange juice squeezer at the beginning? That seemed like a mistake.
Or is he? Yeah, is
He's
Superman
trying
a
to
little
appear
infatuated right now? He's got nerves.
don't
There's
know.
that.
See, if we had followed this, it could have
Sexual
been really
tension?
good. If we had taken
What do you mean?
this, so if Lois jumped in the river,
Okay.
being 150% sure
Okay.
Yeah.
that she was right, and it was a test of his honesty
Okay.
or trust in her
Sure.
to tell her the truth,
Yeah.
then we could have come out of the river and she could have been like, I'm sorry, I guess and you could
Yeah.
see, you could have had her, you could have told her, like, act like you're disappointed.
Right.
Because you know that he is, and he's just choosing not to tell you the
Yes.
truth. And then you could have taken it again, and Clark could have, he was clumsy on purpose, like
Yeah.
what you're saying. I hadn't considered that, because that makes sense. Why would he do that?
Because either he was clumsy on purpose or he wasn't.
He wanted to tell
and
her
it's
the
a
truth.
dumb moment in the film.
No,
It's one
it
of
makes
those
more
two
sense
are-
that she was disappointed that he didn't tell the truth, and then he decided, you know what, I'm going to make up a way to tell her the truth.
Well, okay, so then
That would have worked so well.
But
that
then
So
would
that
have
leads
made
into the next
me.
thing, because I was thinking this whole time, why does he deny when she jumps off the cliff, and then in the hotel room, just like literally he trips and
Clearly
she goes, "You're
he
right," and he
wanted to
goes,
tell her.
"Yeah." Now I'm thinking that's maybe it, because just to go from deny to, hey, you're right, I am Superman. Like in the hotel, it wasn't like she had to pin him down. Like it was a clumsy act, and she's like, she gets that idea back again, she articulates it, and he goes, "Wow." And then he exposes
Well-
it. So maybe you're saying he maybe purposely fell to set up for her to ask again?
I didn't consider that, but
So-
I do remember thinking this is a really stupid way for this to come out.
It's super
Yeah.
clumsy and awkward.
It also, I was like, it's because he wants to tell her.
Yeah.
So two things. One is, I mean, obviously, even if he didn't want to tell her,
Mm-hmm.
right, in a world where it was an accident, he fell in, he didn't mean to, blah, blah, blah. Because he does act like, if he wants to tell her, I don't know why he doesn't just tell her.
Yeah.
I don't know why he has to, trip into the fire and then try not to show her his hand.
Because, like you're saying, he
And
doesn't
then-
make mistakes as Superman. Like has to be a calculated move that he was
mean,
there tripping and fell in, right?
But he.
No, I'm just asking.
Unless Kal-El is in that moment, he's got a bad case of the butterflies. He's smitten with Lois, and
Could be.
he's, sometimes that makes you bad on your feet, right?
Yeah.
Or get you tongue tied. So all that aside, even if it is an accident, I do understand entirely why instantly at that point, that's the end all and be all, right? Like your hand was in the fire.
You're
Right.
either
It- we
going to
can't-
ly
Yeah.
to her face.
Which,
It's a
which you
fake
can't
hand.
do.
Obviously
There's no way you
lie.
don't have third degree burns.
It's a
you
Darth
can't
Or
Vader
you're gonna-
robotic arm.
Yeah, or you're just going to.
However,
Fess
all
up.
of this is undone. The whole, she was so sure and she was just disappointed in him and blah, blah. It's all undone by her reaction to him taking off his glasses and actually revealing that he's Superman with the whole thing with the hand in the fire. Because the way that scene is played, it's like the way that scene is played confirms that it was. I'm pretty sure he is. Mm-hmm. Shit, I was wrong. He's not. And holy crap, you are Superman. Like, I'm pretty sure the line is, you are Superman. Right? Like, and not in this like
Yeah.
I knew it.
yeah, but there's not this like cheeky smirk afterwards of like
affirming, like, I told you.
yeah, like,
like-
she doesn't play it like now that we're both just acknowledging what we both already knew, right?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She goes,
That's
it is a
true.
shock to her in
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah.
Which
So what
is a
was
demerit then?
going on
It's
there?
bad writing.
Yeah.
Right? There's an issue. And
Yeah.
I cannot wait for you guys. I can't wait to discuss the Donner Cut with you guys.
Let's.
I'm going to send a meme later to the group chat of what you are right now with this Donner Cut.
Because there's no fireplace
You're
in the
obsessive.
Donner Cut.
What?
Wow.
There's no river. There's no fireplace.
No river.
Oh, it is. And
Interesting.
And I want you to put a pin in this theory that you have on the
Me?
game that the
That
game
she's
that
playing?
Lois is playing with
Okay.
him, because I think it's important and worthwhile to discuss it when we review the Donner Cut.
That's super interesting.
Yeah,
Well, you
cannot
can't-
wait for you to watch it.
Okay. I was going to say you can't let Aaron be the one to do the Donner Cut of
Is this just gonna
whatever.
Is this gonna turn into just
It's
the
fine.
Emily Mader Superman
Yeah, that's
series?
what it is.
Like
Aaron's-
maybe
No,
Aaron's getting
no,
edged
we'll
out.
give,
kidding.
we'll
I
give
don't know.
Aaron Quest for Peace, which is Superman 4.
From what I've heard, it's
And-
dog shit.
And we'll give him the
Oh, geez.
Kevin Spacey one, the
Oh no.
Superman Returns.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, but
We'll
not sorry.
discuss.
And then we'll watch
Later on.
the capstone on us having watched now all of Batman, and we will have watched all of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
The capstone will be we'll watch Super Pets, and then that will be
Oh God!
because they're Superman's in that movie.
I'm not watching Super Pets.
Whatever.
Telling you now.
The hot commodity though is going to be, and I think it'll depend. Like if Emily ends up getting all of the good Superman movies, then Aaron might be the one that comes
For the
and
new
does the James Gunn Superman movie.
Oh wow! Or maybe they just both come.
Simply because like Aaron, I think Aaron will. This is inside baseball right now, but I think Aaron, whereas Emily's maybe better at talking Superman, Aaron might be better at talking comic book nerdy as a whole, like sort of a more zoomed out view, which this film is going to be. So, anyways,
I like it.
yeah. So
Okay. I'm
Lois is
interested.
bullshit in this film.
Yeah. And it's too bad because
Yeah.
yeah. So then what? So then the elevator thing and we're moving along.
Oh, you're just going
We're
chronologically.
throwing the bomb into space.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, right? Because she's like, I'm in Paris.
There's some
He just
And she just-
destroys the Eiffel Tower. They're like, there
Yeah.
were ways of diffusing this without blasting it out the top of the Eiffel Tower.
yeah.
And that whole sequence too, when she pops off the elevator, she literally pops off it and like goes onto a railing.
Yeah, I'm like, so,
Like, I'm like, so why didn't you
were
just
we
step
mere
off?
milliseconds away from smashing into a platform?
No, he's not, because he was flying up the
yeah,
shaft.
because
So
the
it just
shaft is
didn't make
empty.
sense.
This is a
So I'm like,
continuity
where
issue.
is she standing?
And just the whole
Yeah.
fact of like these three villains are in this, whatever you'd call
Phantom
it,
zone.
this
Phantom zone.
Phantom zone. But be careful, because the one weakness that it has is if a nuclear bomb goes off.
'Kay.
Watch yourself.
Also, the Phantom Zone is conveniently close to Earth, which
yeah,
makes
of all
for
the ways
great
that thing could
options
have
for
projected,
sequels.
it not only went to Earth, but it went in the specific spot of the rotation where Superman was.
But it's and what a just such a convenient moment, because not only like it took Clark 3 years, probably many of the pieces of Krypton. Well, we don't know how long it
Yeah.
took those pieces to land on Earth.
But still, it took him 3
gotta
years.
Talk about that.
Where
too.
have they been floating for the
It's
last
been like
40
27 years.
Yeah, what the hell?
They're
I
just
never thought of
floating
that.
around.
That's exactly
Which is
right.
fine. But
It's not great.
it's weird that
I think I would have liked it more if they were like had some gotten out unrelatedly and then
Yeah.
were seeking him.
Right.
That would
Yes.
make more sense.
what's
Yes.
weird is
Agreed.
that the film does like this moment is almost an optical flip. So an optical flip in film, we've discussed it
yeah.
before, but an
Yeah.
optical flip in film or in television would be like if the three of us are in a scene and Emily and I are trying to convince you to go out clubbing and you're like, I don't want to go to the club. I want to read a book and drink my calming chamomile. And we're like, no, come on. We're going to, Emily has a meth lab. We're going to, like, it's going to be great. And then I say the line, come on, what's the worst that could happen?
Right.
And then it instantly
The worst
cuts.
happens.
It instantly cuts to a shot, and the three of us are sitting in a holding cell going,
Well, the worst.
how could I have known? Right? Like, yeah, so
Yeah.
that's an optical flip. It's a moment that's paid off. It
Okay.
is set up and then immediately paid off by cutting to a different scene.
Right.
Right.
So this almost kind of does that. Like it's this super heavy foreshadowing. But correct me if I'm wrong. It's almost like a ass backwards optical flip because I'm pretty sure the bomb thing happens and shit's shattered, the
Yep.
Phantom Zone.
Sure.
And then after that,
Okay.
he goes to the Fortress of Solitude. And that's when Jor-El is like, well, the only thing that could really screw this
Oh,
up for
yes.
us would be if this... And it's
Yeah.
like, it's already happened.
Yeah, it's like,
not even
dude, you're 10 minutes
foreshadowing.
late, pal.
Yeah, it's not even foreshadowing.
Way to show up late to the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was awful.
That was
awful.
I never made that connection, but yeah, that is what that would be.
yeah, it's like they should have happened in reverse order.
So jumping ahead to the Fortress of Solitude, are we going to talk about how Lex Luthor is just completely superfluous to this whole story and just unnecessary and
does
just like
not
a
need to
third
be
wheel?
there.
Like we've got
Yeah.
I almost said Kevin Spacey. We've got
Gene
Terrence.
Hackman. Gene
Wait, no.
Hackman.
Who's the villain from the black beard, greasy hair?
That's Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp.
Plays
We've
Zod.
got Terrence
Zod.
Stamp as the protagonist. You don't need Lex Luthor.
So we should...
Yeah.
So two things. You could write Lex Luthor out of this. He is...
You don't need him.
He is... He helps some... He's a convenient plot piece in
guess.
that he knows where Lois Lane is. Like he's got
Sure.
sort of the in on where they might find Superman.
Yep.
And so he's kind of the connective tissue sort of in some ways. But I mean it's again, keep in mind these two films were shot like at the same time.
Yep.
Supposed to be one like a part
Big
one and part
story,
two.
yeah.
Right? Because you could equally say on the flip side, and maybe we did in the last review,
We did.
remove Zod from
We
the
did.
first one.
You're
Like,
right.
what the shit is this?
Yeah.
Right? But
Right.
but when you look at it as it's one story, because I'm pretty sure like there's no time jump between the last one. There may be a week or two.
Yeah, not
But it's
much.
not like a couple of years later
no.
in universe.
Is
No.
there an explanation as to how the hell Luther figured out where the fortress even was?
No, it's bullshit. Like it's like he has some outside connection in the jail of like some black box using like sonar
He's building
been
a black
following
box
Superman,
in his cell.
tracking
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah,
tracking
so
Superman.
someone has noticed somehow Otis, while answering Luthor's questions, Superman after every fight or after whatever, always goes up north.
Right.
And he's like, well, why? Right? And he's
Yeah.
like, that must be like there's something going on up north.
And he calls
Yeah.
it Superman's home.
Right.
Like, this
but
is not his home.
He's built
Whatever.
a black box that can track alpha waves,
Yeah.
Okay.
which presumably Superman will exude.
The BS meter goes off about to the same level as when Lex Luthor deducted that kryptonite would do what it did to Superman. Like, there's no
Yeah.
logical way that he could do these things.
Is there kryptonite in this movie?
No, I
No.
see. I thought
Or
that's where this
not.
was going to go. I thought
Because
I really thought.
what's the green crystal?
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't hurt him.
No,
No,
I've
it's
always
actually
wondered
the
that.
answer
Picks
to
it up.
everything.
Yeah,
He
it's
picks
truly.
it up,
It
puts
built
it in
the
the
damn Fortress
console.
of
I'm like,
Solitude.
that's kryptonite.
Yeah.
Why isn't it? So I'm so confused. As a Superman fan, I'm going, what's happening here?
It is
Yeah.
worth noting, as much as we're crapping on Lex Luthor in this film, that at the time of recording,
Yes.
Gene Hackman, who played Lex Luthor in
Yes.
this movie, died about 3 days ago.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
So really, just off.
Yeah.
And kind of a weird, at the time of recording, we don't have answers yet. He was 95.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a weird thing.
There's some
And
unusualness.
maybe by the time this episode comes out,
Right.
we'll have answers.
Yeah.
And this will all be outdated. But it's like they don't know if it was foul play or if it was carbon monoxide or
Right.
what it was.
Yeah.
But it was like
Him, his wife, and the dog.
him, his
Yeah.
wife, and 2 pets
And
were
some-
all
Which
found dead.
immediately I was like, what?
And some peculiar circumstances.
Yeah.
That's a good
That's
point
a-
to make,
yes.
Brady. When I say he was superfluous, it's just
It's
the
bad
writing
writing.
that I'm
It's
talking
bad
about. Gene Hackman knocked the role out of the park.
Yeah.
I honestly was surprised. I thought kryptonite was going to come into play. I thought, how is Superman going to defeat these three? And I thought actually Lex Luthor was going to have a bit of like a arc in this movie where he goes, Superman, let's get rid of these clowns, and they work together. And I was clearly wrong. In every way
they
you could be.
sort of do
Well-
work together.
He
Also, can we talk about how Superman's like whispering to Lex and the bad guys have super hearing?
the
Like,
bad
is this
guys just
supposed to
let
be
it happen.
effective?
They just let it happen. They're like, oh, they must have something important to talk about.
Again, there's these weird, like, this doesn't make sense moments
No,
In
it
this-
doesn't.
in this film.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about the Donner cut.
Yeah.
I will have to watch that soon because
Yeah.
it might fix a lot of my problems.
I'm
with
like
this
really
movie.
even though I just watched it, like I have so many if you're putting your kids to bed and you and Aaron are going to watch the Donner cut in we're like, oh, we should watch the Donner cut in half an hour. Text me and I will come over instead and watch the Donner. Well, just because I'm
Brady's
so
obsessed.
curious to
You-
see this film.
See the
Okay.
This
later
cut.
on. See the picture I sent.
But
to
the tricky
group
thing will be
chat.
is that we can't discuss it at all, right? Like because
Right.
then that spoils the. Like you can say things, but I can't be like, oh yeah, you're right. And you know what else? I just have to be like, oh yeah.
I feel like
Emily.
we could.
Anyways, the one thing I know for sure moving forward is now anytime I need cling wrap to cover up leftovers,
What the
I
hell
am going
was
to
that?
first cut the cling wrap into the
What
shape
the
of the
hell?
Superman
Yeah,
logo.
where did that
Rip
come
it
from?
off of my
What the
chest.
hell?
Like,
then
like
throw
what is
it.
happening?
That was so bad.
I
What is happening?
I watched this with my son Clark.
Hmm.
Did he call bullshit?
He looked. He looked at me and was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Dude, I have
Totally
no
did.
clue."
He totally did.
He did. He was
Mom,
like,
I call
what?
shenanigans.
"What is this?"
Oh my God.
It's bad.
It's just one of those.
It's so bad
it's
that
one of
my
those-
7-year-old kid
called it out.
could tell it was bad.
It's
Yeah.
one of those moments that just happened.
Is that a giant candy wrapper? I don't remember what he said, but it was something.
But it does look like
that.
it's that like clear
That stuff that they make
plasticky-
a gift basket with.
Yeah.
that
yeah,
or like
yeah,
the
yeah.
wrapping of
Yeah.
those Quality Street chocolates,
Yep.
right?
like-
That
it's
like a
clear
foil.
plastic film.
Foil, but not foil, but
Theater kids,
It's-
it's like the gels that the colored gels you would put on the stage lighting, so that the white
You
lights were now
have-
red.
Superpowers.
Yeah.
like shoot a freaking laser in his face. Like
Like, pick one.
Yeah.
Pick any superpower. Any
can
of them
turn
would have
back time.
sufficed.
Do that.
just throw. Yeah.
Just
Anyways.
replay the last half hour and do it differently. Don't wrap the guy
For a
up.
second, though, speaking of powers, can we go back to the moon scene
Sure.
and
Okay.
talk about how it takes what's her name? The
The
bad lady.
Ursa?
Or
No.
yeah.
I'll
I
look
don't
it
know,
up.
whatever. I'm not sure it matters very much, but
No.
it takes her
Females,
like 3.5 seconds to figure out, or no, her and Zod. Like they kind of
Ursa.
Yeah, they kind of figure out, like he gives some explanation, like with every moment we're under a yellow sun. Like he just somehow automatically knows
Yeah.
how this works.
It's like, wow.
and
okay.
I mean, but Jor-El, when Jor-El was putting Kal-El into the craft, he also knew, right? Like he said
But
to.
how would Zod know this?
I don't know if it's just like
Our molecular densities.
He's
Like,
like-
what is he talking about?
Yeah,
How does
I
he
don't
know
know.
anything
He's-
about this?
well, because he's he is general, right? Like he is in whatever the Krypton world is. He's not just some bad. He's not some bad dude that does bad things. He is
but I mean,
of the upper echelon of probably intelligence and right, like General Zod is supposed to be highly intelligent, right? Like that's part of his. Yeah. But yeah, I don't
shouldn't
know.
he have destroyed a bigger city before making his giant threat?
Yeah, instead
Then-
of middle of nowhere.
Like it was literally like a hick town.
That's-
and he just like
yeah.
burns half of it down, and then he says, then he makes a threat. He's like, find Superman
Right.
or else.
It's a really good point.
And I'm like,
'cause
you could have destroyed Tokyo or New York City,
he goes along here.
Metropolis.
He goes along. He goes along here.
Yeah, we
and
need to touch
He's
on
I
like,
thought
look
it
how
was a-
powerful I am. I smooshed a hick town.
Yeah, like I thought it was going to be a pit stop
I
onto
like-
like Dallas, Texas, or something, and then he just starts fighting. And then the news crew starts up,
Them
and it's like,
big
no, I guess
words.
they're staying here. Like this is where they're going to stay. This
Yeah.
is where they're making their mark.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm jumping all over
The New York
place.
thing. I mean, it had been a while since I had seen these films. And so when I watched the first one, and I think the first thing that you see in the last one that makes you go, whoa, hang on, is you see the Twin
You do.
Towers.
Yep, 100%.
You also, during the film, like you see the Chrysler Building, you see the Empire State Building, you see Statue of Liberty.
Statue
you
of
see
Liberty is just like,
I
come
mean-
on.
Pigeon taking a dump on a newspaper, right? Like you see, it's New York. What is a part of? I went to the first time
Rats dragging away a piece of pizza.
The only time I ever went to New York, Emily was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we like the first. I still have the camera roll, right? Why it's like an SD. I have a folder with all the pictures in it, and the first photo that I took as we came through the Lincoln Tunnel, we're on Manhattan Island, we're on this like shuttle bus thing, and I took a picture of a pigeon, and I remember Aaron saying, did you just take a picture of a pigeon? And I was like, no, I took a picture of a New York pigeon. Because it felt like, okay, holy shit, I'm here. But yeah, so, I mean,
We're jumping all over the place, but I think that's fitting because this
with New
movie
York,
did that.
with New York, it's a weird thing to me that they didn't at least like you can cities double as cities all the time.
Was it part of like it like an advertisement? Like, was this like, oh, you want to film in our city, you have to let us
But
like
see,
advertise our city?
this
in
was
your movie?
before, like, New York was
What's
a
this about?
shithole back
I
then.
think it's
Like-
New York in the
this is
70s. This is
Yeah, like,
sketch New York.
New York went through
It's
a pretty
just
big
so weird.
revitalization. Like a lot happens between now and Friends from New York.
yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
when Friends comes out, that's the place to be.
Okay.
In 1980, it's like you
It's-
should leave.
It's literally cocaine and garbage
and prostitutes.
and the city's on the verge of bankruptcy.
Yeah.
and,
And there's
it is.
garbage
Yeah.
everywhere.
But like,
So
it's,
why
it's
then?
just weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
know.
not an advertisement for a place to be. What I think is, it was probably cheap as shit to shoot in New York.
True.
Because
Yeah.
no one wanted to be in New York.
Yeah.
And they're like, literally true Lord Farquaad style, first day of production, they're like, many of you are going to die.
That is a
We're okay with
sacrifice
it.
I am willing to
It just
make.
is what it is. And action. No, I think that's just where they decided to shoot it. And I think that maybe, when keep in mind it's an entirely different superhero movie landscape.
It is.
Right? It's the 70s.
Yeah.
We don't have the MCU.
Nope.
We don't have the DCU. We don't have this like over the top toxic fandom living in your grandmother's basement sweaty nerd culture. And I think maybe Richard Donner just thought people like if Metropolis looks like New York, people aren't really going to care, right? Like, are people really going to care?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, by today's standards,
For sure.
we'd be in the street with torches. But back then, I also don't know if anybody cared. And it's a little bit of a shame because I was listening to an interview a little while ago with James Gunn, and he said it beautifully. He said, one of the things that I really love about DC, one of the things that I'm excited about to create this story within the DC universe is, he says, Marvel's fantastic. Marvel's great. But, Spider-Man lives in New York. Daredevil lives in New York. There's like New York and San Francisco and all these, but it's like Earth's mightiest heroes because it is our world. Marvel's always been, what if incredible people lived in our world? Whereas DC, you have Gotham City.
Right.
You have Metropolis.
Yeah.
You have Star City. You have Bloodhaven.
Yep.
You have all of these fictional cities that are all very vastly, like if I say right now Metropolis, the image that the two of you are picturing is probably like, million to one different images. But you have a clear image in your head of what Metropolis looks like. There's the Daily Planet. It's got the big
Planet
gold
with the globe
thing
on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I picture when you say Metropolis.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
bright. It's a fairly color-wise. It's fairly saturated. It feels like, even though
Not New York.
it not New
Yeah.
York, and it feels like for the most part a great place to live.
Right.
And then I can say Gotham, and you're picturing an entirely different thing.
Yeah.
Right? A city that most of the time in the comics is separated by a bay, right? Like it's on the opposite side of the lake. You can see it from but it's an entirely different city. And that's one of the wonderful things about Metropolis and Gotham and whatever. And so it's just a shame that in this, what we get is
Real life.
New York.
Yeah.
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 Now, nowadays we do it with CGI. We extend backgrounds. It's
We
really
remove
easy and cheap
buildings.
to
We
make
maybe get
things
rid of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
We don't.
entirely different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't an option back then.
Are we going to talk about
I wasn't going to.
how just the whole premise about why he has to lose his powers to be with Lois Lane? And how the fact that it's literally metaphorically 4 seconds from him to realizing it's a mistake. Like there's no time. There's literally no time for him to like learn lessons.
It's my own blood, Lois.
Turn the car around.
God.
We gotta go back. Like in storytelling fashion, it's not even like let it breathe. It's just like you have to do this.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Like
I have
guess
some
he can't.
stuff to say about
I guess
this,
he can't
for
have
sure.
sex with her without doing this. I don't know. Like
Can't
why
wait
did
for
he
you
have
to
to do
watch the
this?
Donner
I
Cut.
think we're
Like, why
supposed
does he
to
have to do
assume
this?
that that's the case. He cannot.
Like does he just
He's
break her?
doing this for sex?
That's
like,
what I'm
what is
asking.
it?
I'm not trying to be
So,
crude, but like,
again, no, I'm with you because
Yeah.
it's like, why is he doing this? And
Yeah.
also, why does Lois have nothing to say about it? She's just
there
standing there,
cowering in the
letting it
corner.
happen.
Yeah,
Isn't she in love with Superman?
yeah. That's
Not
the big
Clark?
thing. That's the big thing.
Which is
100%.
a little like, I'm infatuated with you because you are a god.
I mean,
And now you're actually just Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Now you're kind of,
so
So So it's just a little weird how, that decision happens for some reason, and then it's almost whiplash to the effect of whiplash, where he realizes he makes his mistake and just goes back. Like it was like
It's
a 10-minute
just
span.
baffling to me. The biggest part that just confuses the hell out of me in this point that you're making is that Lois had no opinion. Lois never said,
that's not great.
You can't do that. You can't give up your powers to be with me.
Because I love you for who you
not
are.
That's selfish.
Because I love you for
first
who
of
you
all.
are.
And also, well, I love you. I think she loves him because of the fact that he's got these like she loves him because he's a hero. And
are we going to talk
why
about,
does she love him?
Are we going to talk about how his hair was in that brief period where he had no powers? Like there was something off
stand
with
out
it.
to me.
Yeah, like imagine a bad toupee.
There's just no product in it.
Yeah.
Right, it's not all slicked back.
This is the second.
It's not all slicked back, but it's also not slicked down the way that
Clark
or
is. Superman do.
So it's just
Right.
it's got
Just there.
volume.
Shaggy.
It's just like
This is the second.
Why did she let him do this?
It's a great
Why?
question. And this is the second parallel to the Twilight universe, where there's a couple of characters who can't have sex without the danger of one of them dying. But at least in Twilight, they have a mutual discussion about it, and there's input from both sides. It's not just a decision he makes.
Personally, I think you're a f***ing idiot.
So I think we're supposed to assume that they can't make love
I love that
when
so
he's got
much.
powers.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's implied as much as the
It's
sex was
definitely
implied. So
it's definitely implied.
also that bed that they lay on is just hokey.
We are in
like it's silver and
Arctic.
poofy. Like
How is it not cold?
so there's a number of things here. Like
there's a lot to
So
chew
there's
on.
so much that
There's so much.
yes,
there's so much we have to cover from this point on.
The only possible
dumb.
The only possible explanation for why Lois isn't cold is that there is heat radiating from her sexual organs because she's like
Her ovaries were just.
yeah, she's just ready to go. That's the only logical, and obviously that's stupid and ridiculous and whatever, but there's no other explanation for why she's not freezing, especially never mind standing in the Arctic.
Yeah.
Girl, you just flew. Do you know, like the cold wind, your face would be red.
Yep.
You've passed away. You're not, but so whatever. I like the scene that follows. Brienne thinks the whole bar fight scene, like Clark having his ass handed to him, she thought that was hokey. I kind of like it.
I like it too. Like, it was so humbling.
I thought
as a character.
I liked it because
He's never not had powers.
Exactly.
exactly.
He is not prepared for
he's
this.
never
It's
felt
not.
at
pain.
all.
No.
And what he realizes in this moment, you think about it. Superman doesn't have fight moves.
Dude
No.
has no experience.
Superman doesn't know how to dodge
it's like
or
to-
take a punch or really throw a punch because it doesn't matter. Superman can flick and it's going to do 60 times more than an
Dude
average
doesn't
punch
know
will
how
do.
to survive.
You're right.
Yeah.
He doesn't
He's
have
going
fight
to
moves.
die in 5 minutes.
Truly, when he gets his revenge at the end of the movie, he doesn't really lay a finger, truly. He
Yes.
lets the guy punch him, and then he breaks his hand
Which, okay.
from his stomach. That's what he does.
That scene. So,
Elite.
that's the end of the film, but I think we should loop it in here
Sorry,
because
yeah,
it's
okay.
a part of. Superman's a vengeful dick at the end of this film. Like, it feels. That ending scene feels so
It could have been,
uncharacteristic.
but he let the guy do be his own undoing. Like, he didn't actually lift a finger and do anything. He let the guy make the move, and the guy was his own undoing.
He picked a fight.
He
He
goes in
showed
there.
up.
He goes in there
He
with
goes
the
in
intent
there
of
to
hospitalizing
get
this guy.
back at this guy.
But I do like it's sort of redeemed a little bit because in like the nerdy Clark voice, and he does the little like pantomime, where the restaurant diner owners looking at him now, going rightfully so, going
you just destroyed my diner.
WTF, man! Like, you were the guy that I saw have his ass handed to
Yep.
What's going on?
36 hours ago.
Yeah.
And he goes, I've been
I've been working out.
lifting weights. I thought it was a great.
Okay.
I like that line.
Tiny aside while we're on this topic of revenge.
Of the Sith.
Why? So I'm going to assume, I think we are supposed to assume that he killed Zod and the other two.
Oh, they're all dead.
They go into the
They've
same.
been
Zod,
killed.
Ursa, and what is it, like Nougat or whatever the
Whatever, big dumb guy.
non.
Okay, so he's killed them.
Yeah.
Jump forward several movies.
Oh, I know. Everyone loses
Why are
their
we
mind.
so mad at? Why are we so mad at him for killing Zod?
I think because
We have Zod in the middle of Metropolis.
Yeah.
He is actively killing
Yep.
millions of people.
Yeah.
He will not stop.
Yeah.
So Superman kills him
I-
with deep regret.
I think,
And
just
everyone's mad at
because-
that, but we're not mad at this?
Yeah, I think just because
Is it because we don't have sweaty basement dwelling nerds that are
No.
tearing this
Well,
apart at
I'm
this
so confused.
time?
What are you talking about? Like Zod
So in
comes
Man-
back.
Man of
in Man of
Steel.
Steel,
Oh,
the Henry Cavill one.
yes. sorry,
People
sorry,
were
yeah.
so
right.
mad that he
Oh.
killed them.
I think because in this one, whether
Superman
they
doesn't
die,
kill people.
whether they die or not, is a little ambiguous, right? Like
guess.
it's they,
He
they just
doesn't snap someone's
fall
neck.
into a
He-
ravine.
They
whereas
kick him into a misty pit.
in Man of Steel, it is a very visceral
Yeah.
action. It is
Yeah,
the
but it-
snapping of a neck, and you see like
You see the
limp neck
anguish
after, and like
that he
Oh, yeah, no,
goes
for
through
sure.
because he. Anyways,
for sure.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Batman, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, Batman doesn't
side
kill."
note, I'd love to be here for Man of Steel too. Honestly, like Aaron's not a part of this.
Hey.
Whatever.
Sorry, Aaron.
He didn't put a ring on it,
You get
so you're
you,
here.
you get Questlove or whatever the hell that's called.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Superman Returns would be interesting.
So then the diner scene happens, and then to me, the biggest "what the
Oh,
shit is
no.
happening here" moment.
Because there's already been a few.
Okay,
Clark-
wait. How did they get back?
Yeah,
Oh, gosh.
Clark,
They
because he
flew-
goes by
They
They
himself.
flew to the fortress, and then
Yeah.
how did they get?
Well, they drive. They get they. but
drove what?
Right. See, so and this is the
Like-
thing. This is the thing
What?
because it's the same thing. Because only he goes back after to the
Yeah.
Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, buddy,
To-
you're walking to the North Pole
He
right now.
walks to the walks.
No coat. Well, he has a coat.
So we
no gloves.
fly
no
there,
hat.
we drive back, and then he walks back
This is the guy that
with no powers.
yeah, he'd be dead. He would have died of
Yeah.
hypothermia.
He's wearing like a light jacket.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
makes no sense.
This is
Yeah,
the
it's
same
dumb.
universe where Lex Luthor survived a hot air balloon to the same area and didn't freeze to death, and his partner didn't use the bathroom for 48 hours.
oh yeah, that
Like, no,
was
there's a whole lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. I've got a whole bin of it out back. Like, it's.
In the Donner cut,
Literally-
they show an MRI of her kidneys. That they're just
she
mangled.
held her bodily functions
They
for 2
are
days.
mangled, bruh.
Anyways, it's like what? So
Yeah.
you like, and it takes you out of it because you're like, what even is happening
Yeah.
here? So these are the things I was referring to at the beginning
Yeah.
when you asked me my overall. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a big
It's a mixed
plot
bag.
hole.
Yeah.
What is going on?
And then yes, and I again can't wait for you to watch the Donner cut. In this film, all of a sudden, we see him go, Father, and he's like all upset, and
Which
we
was
don't
one
know
of the
what's-
worst delivered lines
Yeah,
of the whole
we
series.
don't know what's gonna happen.
Upset. This
And
was
then-
your choice, dude.
Yeah.
The very next time we touch back in with him, he's in Metropolis in the suit as Superman kicking ass. And we're like,
What?
Okay.
What?
Did my DVD skip a scene?
We acted like this was some big deal, that it was irreversible.
Yeah, and he just
that-
gets it back.
and then just poof. Never
Yeah.
mind. It's fine.
And then and that's the great thing about the Donner cut
If it
is
was-
again you go into
I
it and
have
you
heard
go,
this, yeah.
this is the way the film was meant to be,
Okay.
the way it was
Yeah.
going to
'Cause
be.
I'm just over here like, if this
Yeah.
was the case, you would just give up your powers for a little while and then get them back again. Like you would
Yeah.
just keep
Listen,
doing this. So
give
you
up
could,
your powers for date night, and then you're good to go.
right? Because
Yeah.
the whole thing, I think the point we're trying to make here is that being a hero comes with sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have everything. You just can't.
Yeah.
So you can't just like say, "Oh, you're gonna you're gonna give up your powers, and then you can just get them back. Like it's no big deal. There's no price.
No sacrifice.
There was no price.
No.
Yeah.
To get them back.
No.
Where, and I want to put a little tiny like, ding ding, Smallville, because they did that so well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So then, the only other thing that I can think of that's important to note, because it sort of makes a, it matters in terms of where we are going into the third film. Mm-hmm. Clark, Superman, Kal-El, Four Eyes, makes the decision to take away Lois's knowledge, to undo her knowing that he's Superman.
Sorry, what was your point?
Well, it's just like that's important for us to acknowledge that this happens in this film.
Yes.
Because it sets us up for where we are going into the third one.
Because and that, correct me if I'm wrong, that was like the last scene.
It's pretty much the last scene, yeah, because then he flies away. They're back on that same, the terrace
right
that they have that interview with, and he looks at her underwear.
What? No, he kisses her in her office.
That's right.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm thinking of a different movie.
But you're right. That sets us up to where we're going in the next movie. But just if we break that down, I feel that sets us back a few steps from a storytelling perspective. Like it's a unilateral decision that's made. It's again a decision he makes without her input to wipe her memory. It sets them back as characters interacting with each other. Like they no longer have these shared experiences of what they all just went through, and they were pretty fundamentally big things of just finding out who he was, losing his powers, having sex, I'm being serious, like all these different key fundamental things, and then it's just all undone on a whim. Like from a storytelling, narrative, character growth perspective, it really sets us back. Like any ounce of
When
growth
you say us,
we had, it sets these two back.
The two of them together, but it doesn't set Superman back.
It sets her back.
Sure, absolutely.
As a character.
Absolutely. He took something from her.
Because she doesn't remember playing Hide the Kryptonite at the Fortress of Solitude.
But he did it because of what he learned.
Ironic, because like she literally hid the kryptonite because it was like on her. Yeah.
No, he did it because of what he learned.
Yeah.
This is forward development for Superman.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, backwards development for Lois. But
I'm not excited about that.
But
it's forward development, but it's not like. So what's in the two things that are interesting about it? Yes, he does this obviously without consult. Like it's something that he takes from her.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I guess is like telepathic assault, but
if we're going to be legalistic,
but I think there's a difference. Like,
but he kind of gave her what she wanted.
When you're Superman, and so anyways, but what's interesting is, does this, like, Jor-El is a man of few instructions, important instructions for Kal-El, but few instructions. And one of those instructions is you can't dick with free will. Like, you can't
that's actually a good point.
Get in there and change fate and do all this. Is this him violating that? I kind of feel like it is.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, but like he said that and Superman literally went back in time in the first movie too, right?
Yeah,
so
it's more of guidelines than a rule.
But in another way, wasn't she kind of like begging him to?
She kind of, I mean, I think they were both on the same page that
I don't think she knew that he could do that.
No.
Well,
obviously.
probably not.
But she
Like
was
a lot of
just
people
like,
didn't.
I wish this wasn't my life. You know,
Yeah.
she wasn't happy about the situation.
No, because ultimately, like, they weren't going to continue. It's like, don't get me wrong. It's not like they were in a relationship
No,
and like,
it couldn't
hey,
have continued.
let's, you know, it's not like they're in a relationship and he's made a decision where it's like, I want to dump you, but I don't want it to be awkward. So I'm going to screw with your mind and erase your memory. This is
No, this is, I'm going to make this easier
for
you.
her.
Like, he is not
He's now gonna live
gaining
with
anything from this.
right.
All he is losing.
Yeah. You get to go back to being infatuated with Superman and ignoring Clark Kent, and nothing has changed for you.
And smoking a
Smoking
chimney full of
those
cigarettes,
Unfiltered.
wanting that
So
orange
this
juice
is a
to negate
sacrifice
it.
on his
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Eating all
She
those,
doesn't know it's a sacrifice.
eating all
because
those fully
she won't
loaded
know any
hamburgers.
Yeah, right.
Like
Hamburger with everything on it.
Hamburger with everything on it, cartonfuls of cigarettes, but she's got the orange juice to balance it out.
Order of fries, a Coke, and a side salad. She was so hungry.
Yeah, girl had shit to do. So going back to this memory thing, like as an independent woman myself, it is kind of annoying. It is annoying that she didn't get a choice here,
Right.
but at the same time, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
It makes sense.
she never would have said yes to it. Even if you really
No.
don't want to remember something, I think as a human being, there would be something inside of you if someone would be like, okay, cool, well, I'm going to push this button and erase those memories. I think you would like, wait, don't do that. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
As much as so it was like, what's frustrating is that like Clark Superman heard her pain and decided to just take it away rather than sit with her in her pain. Like, it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna save you. I'm gonna,
which is the 1970s
Yeah.
definition of chivalry, right?
But you also can't. It's kind of part of the hero complex where people aren't supposed to know.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Right? It puts him at risk. It's the old thing of like,
we're gonna go after the girlfriend every time that Superman's got a
100%.
bad guy
Right.
after him,
it,
right?
It endangers the people around. I mean, that's a huge part of the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, right? Ned and MJ knowing is just bad for them.
just a
There's
risk.
no good comes from it.
Same with the Sam Raimi series.
My God.
Same with the Twilight series as well, actually.
Same with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, by the way.
At what point does a kiss erase memory? Is that a comic book thing?
Yeah.
Superman in the comics does have he's got
Sorry.
he's got very limited telepathic and telekinetic, right? So like
Okay.
the telekinesis
I mean, to
that
be
we
fair,
see
if
in this
Superman
is like
kissed me, I would forget my own name.
Zod causes a gun to float towards him,
Nice.
right?
Okay.
In this movie.
Right.
And so that's the telekinesis. I will say the absolute best moment of this film. Speaking of when he makes the gun float towards him, the two cops in the car talking about what they're going to eat at the diner is I could watch a 90-minute film of these two on their way to, like, it's a play.
Yeah.
Right? It's I told you I can't have the fish, right? Like, I just, well, I'm not going to order that, whatever. And then it ends it all by being like, well, maybe I'll give the fish a try, right? Like, it was just
And that the elderly of the
Perfect.
two is reminiscent also coincidentally of in James Bond, one of those Roger Moore movies, there was this redneck sheriff
Yes.
And it just
I
felt
do
like
remember
a
that.
super carbon copy of that.
It's my one positive memory from the Roger Moore James Bond films.
I remember them being, were they funny? I think they were comically, like that character was funny in that context, but I honestly forget.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
knows?
crying to the point that I started laughing. Like emotions just started blending.
You think he's making a joke, but he's serious.
Oh, no.
Like it was.
Yeah. It's like the most misogynistic of all of the James Bonds.
Oh God, and they're misogynistic
creepy.
enough.
And he's
as
like
it is.
truly 75 years old when he filmed those films, and
Yeah.
like the women were 29.
Anyways, those are all the
Where
things.
even are we?
Those are all the things that I have. I don't
that's-
know if anyone else has
Yeah,
something that's okay.
It took them 20 minutes to destroy Metropolis. 20 film time.
Yeah.
And
Actually, it would have been interesting to actually time that because it just went on and on
20,
and on and on.
20 minutes and also 20 Coca-Cola signs.
And
Like a
so
lot of
much
Coca-Cola
KFC.
signs.
20
Like
minutes
all
when
the
it's
KFC.
not even the climax.
No.
Right? It's like, let's destroy Metropolis
Let's just-
and then go
we
to
gotta
the
use up
Fortress of
this
Solitude.
budget, I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh, and then yeah.
And like, there's a point when Zod is like using his heat vision to like heat up the little tank at the front of the truck
Oh, the gas tank. Yeah.
It's like, maybe
instead
go
of
for
the one
big
at the
one.
back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Zod.
And I'm like,
So you can understand molecular changes and their
That's
ramifications.
the first time you've seen a
There's
truck.
But you
also
can't.
this-
That's the first time he's gone by the sun to make crazy deductions.
it's weird. These
Yeah,
bad
but
guys have such weird
physics are
moments.
physics.
Like, what's her name again? Ursa.
Ursa.
Ursa. At one point, she says, they need machines to fly. Bitch, you've been able to fly for like 4 seconds.
Yeah, I also thought that was
you
funny.
couldn't fly on Krypton.
Kryptonite. Or
Yes.
yeah, Krypton.
So
yeah.
why
This is
are
a
you
big deal to
suddenly
you.
making fun of us for having flying? Like, you had spaceships. What
Yeah.
are you? Anyways.
They're almost like pets.
Emily, on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rank the theatrical version of Superman 2? Do you still believe a man can fly?
I mean, sure. He makes really stupid decisions. I don't know. I gave the last one, what was it? An 8. I think I gave it an 8. This is like a 6. It's like it wants to be good, but it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't give it a halfway because it's a little better than that. But
Yeah.
it's not. It's not that good.
Pete,
Last time,
at the cottage, alone, drunk, naked in the bathtub, but there's no water.
What?
There's a VHS, one of those small TVs that has a VHS player built into the bottom of it.
Man, those were the cat's pajamas back in the
And
day.
there's 2 film options.
'Kay.
There's Superman 2,
Okay.
and there's
Cats.
The Fast and the Furious.
Caligula. Which what are you doing?
I gave the previous film a 7 out of 10, so I thought it was good.
Yeah.
This I gave a grade lower. I gave it a 6. It's above
Okay.
the midway point.
Yeah.
Definitely not as good. It's not good on its own, but it still has some elements that were fun, were okay, but definitely some
Yeah.
Some what the heck
Yeah. That's fair.
happening here?
sex was implied. Brady, what did you give this?
You keep going back to that, Pete.
Listen,
I don't know. Now that like sex was implied. I'm just thinking of
if Carl was reviewing this, that would make it a 10 out of 10.
I'm just thinking of new ideas for merch. So Carl and I, Emily, you won't know this. Carl and I do this series where every week we go back and forth. It's our first time watch series. Every week we go back and forth. It's my turn, then it's his turn, then it's my turn. And we show each other a film that we've seen, but the other person has never seen before. We sit, we watch it, and then we come and we review.
Okay.
We've each shown each other maybe 14 or so films at this point. Close to half of Carl's have gratuitous nudity. Like not necessarily like
This doesn't-
graphic nudity.
This doesn't surprise me one
it's
bit.
it's not
He
necessarily
seems surprised.
graphic nudity. It's not necessarily over the top or plentiful within the film. It may just be like for 5 seconds and it's done. But it is gratuitous in the sense that it's like, well, this conversation didn't have to happen in a communal shower, but it did. Right? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan the Barbarian could have walked in and killed everyone while they were having dinner, but it's an orgy instead. Right? So anyways, so that's sort of this
Sensing
that
a
was the
theme
joke.
here.
ongoing thing that Carl really likes boobs. And so last week, actually, the last film that I showed him was the 1995
So, yeah.
Elizabeth Berkley film Showgirls, which is, are you familiar with it?
I
You love
mean,
it?
the only reason I know is because everybody was obsessed with that stupid cover.
Yes. Yeah. So anyways, lots of nudity in it.
Yeah,
Like it's
I'm
it's
sure.
about a stripper in Las Vegas, blah, 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 you know. And so anyways, I told him that was me getting him caught up. And then he had the nerve during our review. He's like, well, you know, I don't know how I feel about I'm pretty conservative. And I'm like, you asshole. All you do is show me softcore porn. You're like, it's a comedy. And I'm like,
I've known. I still need to listen to that episode. I didn't realize Kyle MacLachlan was in that.
yeah, he is.
Like he's like is
The
he a nice
OG
guy or is he a not nice guy
In the
that
film?
movie? Yeah,
Piece of shit.
which is so funny because like in real life he's like the nicest human being on earth.
Well, you know who he is, right?
No.
His claim to fame?
Oh, he's in Dune.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
he's,
70s
yeah.
Paul Atreides.
Yeah.
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 Anyways, I give the film a 6.5.
Okay.
It's a mixed bag. There are things I like much better. There's a lot of ugly crap in this film. But it does get bumped up a little bit. Like that 0.5 for me is probably
From the orange juice.
It's the KFC.
The
no,
KFC.
it's I think it's just the iconicism
Yeah.
of the film.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The fact that it is still and we when we're thinking of a film and how much we like a film, like I can sit and watch this film and be like, this is kind of a big floating turd. And then but a year from now, you ask me about the Christopher Reeve Superman films,
Yeah.
and I'm going to think of all of them with rose-colored glasses.
The
Yep.
lava lamp,
Yeah.
bedpost,
The shaking bed.
and the honeymoon
We never
suite.
talked about that.
The fact that
I don't understand
it's,
a lot.
Like,
Figures
it's
it
literally
out.
the Table Rock
You know,
building,
like
right?
the-
Like
Yeah.
it's the gift shop.
It's the
I
gift
don't
shop. It's
know.
not an
Yeah.
actual hotel.
But
No.
like the key points of this still stick.
yes,
So like
Yeah.
you watch it, and while you're watching it, you're like mad at it,
yeah,
and then you think back on it fondly. So it's weird.
Yeah.
You need to give some context of just, we found some flaws. But like if in 2 months' time you said, let's watch this movie, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
The second or third or fourth Planet of the Apes movies, like, gag me now. Let's just drink Clorox instead.
My son loved it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you look at films like this the same way most people look at their children, right? Like, my son's head's a little bigger than it probably should be, but he's my kid, right? And when
Not.
when they're an
I
adult,
screwed it up a bit along the way, but he turned
Yeah.
out okay.
Like I probably there was that one night I was like, well, it's a couple of shots. What's it? How bad could it really? And then my baby came out, and I shouldn't have had those couple of shots, but because I'm pretty sure he's gonna fail 4th grade math
I still love him.
again. But here we are. All right, Pete, wrap it up.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Emily. We appreciate it. And, maybe we found out that Aaron's gotten the boot for the next upcoming episodes,
don't
but we'll
know.
find out. The boot. Das Boat.
Sorry, a-hole.
we'll leave it up to you guys.
We'll leave it up to.
if you want his perspective on something particular.
Do you know who we should have? We should have Emily's son, Clark.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
watching the films. So
Yeah.
just have him come and say
Yeah.
he wouldn't. But
He probably
What did
wouldn't
you
know.
think about that tinfoil thrown at the villain? Is what we'll ask him. Sorry,
Yeah.
just for context. But thank you for joining us. It is a blast chatting some Supermans. Thank you for joining us, the listener.
pretty sure the correct it's Supermen is the correct plural. It's not
You're
Supermans.
not wrong. You're not wrong. Check out our socials below. Like, follow, subscribe. Check out our Patreon page, our merchandise page. Check out all the
We have new merch.
We have
Some
new
stickers.
merch. I'm actually pumped about those stickers.
Yeah.
I've had a couple people reach out to me being like, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, you're not wrong.
Nice.
Yeah.
And until next time, the Movie Men podcast, fighting truth and justice for the American way on the Canadian side of Niagara Falls.